The folks here in Florida definitely used to this. Rain in the forecast as we join you from Everbank Stadium here in the city of Jacksonville. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45, and it'll be territory. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Murray looking to change the play here. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Green.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because in the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Here's Murray. That is incomplete. These two teams met in Indy earlier in the year, with the Colts coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Setting up the screen for Cook. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Two. Big ace.
Murray now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are on the board first here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Looking to put a drive together.
We changed it.
Throwing is Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try to get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. The Jaguars had 8 and 5 to start play. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
First and 10, Taylor down. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. You look at this Colt defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8.
Hey, middle. Come on.
Jackson now. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Ozzie, shut up. Report.
Here's Jackson to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be second down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Hey, what that is? That's hot. 13. You.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get into him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
Second and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
T, ready? Let's go.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
A loss of 5.
Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. From the right hash. This from 45 yards away. The kick by Carlson is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, you're almost in field goal position.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
A gain of 18 on the play.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Gets around him to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Hey, stop! Hey! Omaha! Hey, easy, quiver!
To throw, it's Murray. Got a man open, it's Chase. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
It's a gain of 10. And the Colts first down.
Let's go! Hey! Two. Easy. I know stuff.
Give to Cook out of the gun. Oh, nice move. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. That's out quickly to Chase. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jamar Chase, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Colts add 6 to their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Here's Jackson. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That's complete. It's Adnan Mitchell. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Jackson. He finds Taylor, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good possession, 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. And it's complete to Mitchell. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL. So they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Yeah, running with I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got all the heads, boy.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead, should they so choose. Now Murray. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Hold on.
In motion, Hollins. Murray now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Hey. Move. Empty.
To throw is Murray. Looking deep here for Chase. And this is caught. Touchdown. Jamar Chase as the first half is winding down. And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Now it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Thornton. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Quick, ready? Report!
Now Jackson. Looking for the out route. He's got his man. It's Mitchell. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down. But in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down at a yard. To throw is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
On third down, here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Now it's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
DC, ready? You are ready. Set up. 13.
Looking to throw. Jackson. They'll get that one to Taylor complete. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it's second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A give for Taylor running right side. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, Jackson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 34-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Slant route, and he finds Thornton. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
Gain of 7 brings up second and 3 at the 11-yard line.
Running left, Taylor. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. And this ball will come out to the 35.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Here's Murray from midfield. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That one unable to develop. Never got going. A loss of a couple. And it's second down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Murray now. A short throw to Ingram. So nothing doing there. And it'll be a third and about 13.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Third down and 13. Murray to air it out again. And the throw there going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And this is caught, that they say, out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do you do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Jackson now. Complete. This is Mitchell. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Back now in Jacksonville. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down.
Oh, no, lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Looking deep here for Chase. And incomplete on a deep ball.
And the receivers I know, they have a great deal of confidence. Usually they stand in front of the mirror before games and say, not 1 touchdown, not 2 touchdowns, but 3 touchdowns. Trying to turn this one into a big-time performance.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Throwing left side, it's complete.
That's good for the Colts. 1st down. It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Indianapolis.
Murray going to throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. They don't get get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
To throw, it's Murray. A short throw to Ingram. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd.
Murray changing the play. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 57 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Here's Murray. A short throw to Ingram. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here's Murray. That's complete. Left side to Bateman. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
Ball.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And just nowhere to go for Connor. Defense gets to him, and they mark him short. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Murray's got to have this one. He'll try to do it himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. 12 yards between them and the end zone. 2nd and 10.
Shift. Big ace open.
Throwing now is Murray. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Deuce.
Now Murray. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. Boy, how do you let a guy get that wide open in the 2-minute drill?
There's absolutely no way that that's coached or taught. That's an absolute complete breakdown on that play.
3-yard attempt.
And this is no good. Oh, by a matter of inches, he missed it wide to the right. And that'll keep this a 1-point game. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. He's able to force his way through 1 man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Now he's into the clear again. Jonathan Taylor. And he's across for a late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that should just about put a capper on this game. Carlson now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Next to score, Jaguars 28, Colts 20.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Omaha.
Back to throw, Murray. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Jags have just about sewn up this football game.
The Jaguars take over.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.